Before we dive in, quick note. If this is your first time hearing about Earned Value Management, EVM, I strongly recommend you pause here and go back to part A. In that session, we covered the basics, PV, AC, and EV, with simple examples. If you're already familiar with those terms, great, let's continue. Alright, let's apply these EVM concepts to a real example. Imagine you're the project manager for a school computer lab installation. Your task? Install 50 computers. On day 1, you have one resource for setup. From day 2 to day 6, you assign 2 resources daily to install 10 computers per day. On the last day, one resource will handle training and handover. Sounds like a simple plan, right? The planned cost is 1,000 for day 1, 2,000 per day from day 2 to day 6, and 1,000 on the last day. That brings the total planned cost or budgeted completion BAC to 12,000. But as in most projects, reality kicks in. The planned resource rate of 1,000 per day wasn't possible, so you hired resources at 1,100 per day. So here's what happens. Day 1 AC equals 1,100. Day 2 AC equals 2,200. Day 3 AC, 2,200. Day 4 AC, 2,200. That means by the end of day 4, your cumulative AC is 7,700. Now let's check the earned value. Day 1, PV was 1000. AC was 1100, but EV is still 1000. Why? Because the value of the work completed is worth only 1000. Day 2, you planned for 10 computers, but the team installed only 8. That's 80% work. EV equals 80% of 2000, equals 1600. Day 3, again 8 computers, EV equals 1600. Day 4, same, EV equals 1600. So by the end of day 4, cumulative EV equals 5800. Let's summarize. PV equals 7000, AC equals 7700, EV equals 5800. Now here's the catch. On small projects, you can track these numbers directly. But when you have hundreds of activities, staring at PV, AC and EV won't tell you much. This is where EVM formulas become your real dashboard. Introducing the 4 key formulas. Let's plot these values on a graph. On the y-axis, cost. On the x-axis, project days. PV by day 4 is 7000, AC by day 4 is 7700, EV by day 4 is 5800. Now here come the 4 most important EVM formulas you must know. Schedule variance SV equals EV minus PV. Cost variance CV equals EV minus AC. Schedule performance index SPI equals EV divided by PV. Cost performance index CPI equals EV divided by AC. Here's a memory trick. Always start with EV. Variance uses subtraction. Index uses division. And for cost formulas, you only bring in AC. Simple, right? Let's crunch the numbers. Using our project data, SV equals 5800 minus 7000 equals minus 1200. CV equals 5800 minus 7700 equals minus 1900. Both negative. SPI equals 5800 divided by 7000 equals 0.82. CPI equals 5800 divided by 7700 equals 0.75. Both less than 1. Now how do we interpret this? CPI greater than 1 equals under budget. CPI less than 1 equals over budget. SPI greater than 1 equals ahead of schedule. SPI less than 1 equals behind schedule. So with CPI 0.75 and SPI 0.82, your project is both over budget and behind schedule. And what do you do when you see this? Fire the project manager. Just kidding. But jokes apart, this is exactly why EVM is powerful. With just 4 numbers, you can clearly see the health of your project. 4 quadrants of project health. Let's now explore the 4 combinations of CPI and SPI. Think of it like 4 quadrants on a project health map. Quadrant 1, CPI greater than 1, SPI less than 1. Under budget but behind schedule. Action, spend more to catch up on schedule. Quadrant 2, CPI greater than 1, SPI greater than 1. Under budget, ahead of schedule. Action, continue as is, but note that sometimes finance teams may worry if you're burning money faster than planned. Quadrant 3, CPI less than 1, SPI greater than 1. Over budget but ahead of schedule. Action, slow down spending to optimize. Quadrant 4, CPI less than 1, SPI less than 1, over budget and behind schedule. Action: try to recover, re-baseline if necessary, or in extreme cases, yes, maybe fire the project manager, but remember sometimes external factors cause this situation beyond the project manager's control. Pause for a moment and think, which quadrant do you think most projects land in? Let's wrap this up by recapping the four key formulas. SV, schedule variance, a measure of schedule performance. CV, cost variance, a measure of cost performance. SPI, schedule performance index, a measure of progress achieved compared to progress planned. CPI, cost performance index, a measure of value of work completed compared to actual cost. That's it, just four formulas. With them, you can translate raw project data into clear insights, answer management's questions confidently, and make the right decisions. Remember, negative variances and indexes less than 1 mean trouble. Positive variances and indexes above 1 mean your project is in good shape. Let's recap. So we have taken our first project example, calculated PV, AC, and EV, and applied the four core EVM formulas. This is the heart of project performance measurement. And now you know how to interpret whether your project is on track, overspending, or lagging behind. And remember, without EVM, managing a project is like driving at night with no headlights. With EVM, you see the road clearly and can steer your project to success.